from Palestine. I'm a laundry artist.
Oh yeah, I'm actually getting married.
So if anybody wants to go inside, feel free. Leave your sign and go through the metal detector. You can go along and deliver the letter to Governor Lamont. Governor Lamont might be here, maybe.
Not now, he will be next time. Check it out.
What does the letter say?
So the letter says, Governor Lamont, we, the undersigned elected officials, request that you direct your state permitting agency, DEEP, to deny any of the state water and air permits that would be required for any pending frac gas expansion projects and any future frac gas expansion projects. So we heard about Brookfield compressor station that was expanded in the past. Now they want to expand that more. That's not Enbridge, that's Berkshire Hathaway and TC Energy, and we heard about that. Now those permits, air and water permits, those are before DEEP now. So the state-based strategy is a winning strategy. We just need to enlist Governor Lamont's support. We believe that he wants the same things we want. And so by enlisting the support of as many elected officials as we could talk to and sharing that letter with him, we're hoping to give him the not feeling pressured, the opposite, the sense of being supported, the sense that the things that we want are the same things that he's talking about creating, carbon-free energy and reducing greenhouse gas emissions. But we can't get there through expanding frac gas infrastructure. So that's what the letter says.
What about signing up for Vineyard Wind?
Yeah, so of course we want the state of Connecticut to do what Massachusetts and what everybody else is doing, to have less expensive energy, which is to invest in offshore wind. But those are going to be a few years away, and of course we very much want to encourage him to do that. But in the short term, there's so much that we can do to protect our grid. Phil knows that. So we could do all kinds of energy efficient methodologies that help us to control our power. Demand response. There's a variety of methods of controlling the electrical grid. It's already highly regulated, so this is something that should be able to be done, whereby at the times when power is the cheapest, like overnight, that's when we encourage people to charge their cars or do other things. We also need to add efficiencies and solar. Our state hasn't invested nearly enough in solar, even though lots of people here have solar and drive EVs. You know, we're making the change, but we need there to be state level investment. And so offshore wind is a huge part of that, but we could be doing the solar on every rooftop right now. Look around you, here we are in the city of Hartford. How many building tops are covered by solar? Huh, none. Zero, thank you. And we are in our capital city here.
Parking lots.
And parking lots, thank you, Nancy. So let's hear from since we have a few minutes, and I'm gonna have to save my voice. Maybe we have some other people who might comment. Let's have Nancy, and then after Nancy, let's have...
Yeah, as far as money, we're not going to keep being able to get money for disaster recovery. The insurance companies know this. They're backing out. We all have seen some of those stories. Pay attention. So put the money where it's going to do the most work, which is in prevention, which is in mitigation, just less fossil fuel, because we're building more green energy, but we're not reducing the gas houses.
Hi, yes, Quanisha Flippin. I'm a member of MAG, Hartford native. I've lived here most of my life, still in the community as well. And it's just been really detrimental. You know, this is really important. It's critical for these the funds to be put where it needs to be put. You know, there's people that can have the I guess the advantage of being able to afford solar power and cleaner things. But what about the low-income families, the black and brown communities that are not able to afford it? EV cars, of course, we would love to be able to have, but then also too, it's, you know, as far as having the money to get a new car, and let alone, we definitely want to take care of the earth, because the earth is what takes care of us. So it's very important, it's very critical for these funds to be put in our communities. And then even then, I've always shared this story. I have my best friend, one of my best friends, I lost due to a gas leak in her home that could have been prevented. It was very sad, very tragic. She's a devoted mother of 2 kids, and she took care of her grandmother, her mother, and it's just really, really saddening to see that, you know, the funds, these things could have been prevented had they had take care of this issue with the earth sooner. It's very frustrating. My daughter has suffered from asthma. My mother has asthma, and these are things that can be prevented. A lot of the families and folks and friends that are having these sufferings sometimes can't afford better living, like the solar. And we need cleaner energy. We need everything to switch over to renewable energy. And it's very detrimental, it's very critical. And please hear our calls, please hear us legislators, and just make these changes, because it's just so important. Thank you.
So we heard what Quenisha is talking about. This is a very real thing. The overwhelming majority of energy infrastructure is sited in black and brown and or low-income communities. And that's true across urban and rural areas. So it's everywhere in our country. And so people, low-income and people of color, are paying with their health and the health of their children for energy. But they pay almost the same, they pay the same price as everybody else, which in Connecticut is absurdly exorbitant. And remember that very recently, like only last year, Connecticut decided to have a low income rate. Most other states have that. Connecticut never did. Now we do. And Quenisha does know this, unfortunately, but a lot of you don't. If you are like a penny over starvation, that in no way means you can pay your bills or take care of your family, but you're found to be a penny over starvation, you will not get the low income rate, which means you are still at risk of having your power shut off, freezing, or much more likely dying of heat, because that's more common. But worst of all, becoming homeless. So this energy profit debacle is causing homelessness to increase at a time when housing is already unaffordable, and we've had terrible problems with homelessness and only getting worse. And so our horrible, evil, profit-driven, poisoning, making people sick and destroying the climate energy system is fundamentally racist, and it's fundamentally classist. As if we weren't already, you know, hating it enough, right? Yes. So, and we've heard plenty of that from people who are not driving EVs, which I am. And but I'm the first person to say that electric vehicles are not getting us out of this hole, not even freaking close. Okay? And then of course there's people like Phil who built his own electric car. And that's probably what everyone should do, but early adopter. So let's see. Do we have anybody else have anything important to say? Because then we can just start marching around. Maleka, how's Maleka? I think we need to hear from the youth.
Maybe Liz can say something about what's happening with the insurance company.
Yeah, oh, that's a good idea. Liz, do you want to say something? Okay.
Outside meeting room.
Hi.
I just want to make a
Oh, good, do it.
Yeah, I want to. Well, we're gonna wait for other people, right? Because I want everybody. So,
Yeah, and then we're marching over to Deep, everyone.
okay.
It's not that far. It's very close, actually.
Hi, can you hear me? I just wanted to make an announcement about an upcoming event, kind of following up on what Sydney and Senna were saying about, you know, the global nature of this crisis, which we all know. The climate crisis mobilization is we have regular meetings every third Sunday of the month at 5 p.m. And in October, which is October 20th, we're going to have a land defender from Mexico. She's visiting for a few months here in New Haven. Her husband lives up here, and she's here visiting. And she's going to talk about the struggle of people, indigenous people in the state of Tlaxcala, which is the smallest state in Mexico, to defend their land from encroachment of various kinds. And it's an opportunity to be in solidarity with people, you know, in the front lines of the global fight against the climate crisis. So I'm hoping we can get, if you're not already on our mailing list, we're going to maybe be able to send something out to whoever signed up for this event and let you know. It's going to be on Zoom, October 20th at 5 p.m. So I hope you can make it. Thanks.
We don't work here. Tell me what people power looks like. People power looks like. Tell me what people power looks like.
This is what people power looks like.
This is what people power looks like.
This is what people power looks like.
Tell me what democracy looks like.
Yeah, not everything vegetarian. I mean, vegan is healthy. And not all.
Nobody wants this. Nobody. No, because they don't use
Probably. No, I don't really.
Mary, you're part of Third Act. Could you tell us about that group and why you came today?
Third Act Connecticut is a chapter of a national organization of older people, elders, who are in our third act, meaning we've accomplished the first two acts of life, and we are now ready to devote ourselves to two main objectives, and that is climate justice and uplifting democracy. And to that end, we are here today because, first of all, we want to democratize energy, and it is no way to run an energy system to just shove pipelines down people's throats and instead bulk at supporting solar and offshore wind. And we are here to give support to our legislative leaders and our, and the governor to do the right thing. We know they want to do the right thing, and we want them to realize that the people of the state of Connecticut, Third Act people, older people who comprise a huge group of people in this state, are interested, and we're out here to protest for the right kinds of things. Stopping Project Maple is part of stopping methane gas and the expansion of fossil fuels. And at the same time, then we will have the opportunity to invest in renewable energy.
No! There you are. Good. You're good. You're good. Just want to make sure.
No fracking!
No frack.
No fracking!